Good afternoon, team. Welcome to this edition of Facebook Live with Span the Chasm. Today, we are kicking off part 4 in our series, long-term client success, and what that would look like for you, what the impacts are for you. So we were focused primarily on new logo. Today, the conversation is more centered around our account management and our onboarding teams. Although absolutely everyone, I would suggest it's worth a listen to. It's going to benefit you as well. But, session applies to all, but really for the account management team and those who are in charge of onboarding. Because as we look at this, the theme today, so selling as an active service from the new logo team, hyper-focused on the client's goals and how that creates a sense of intimacy and success there. Today with the AM team and the onboarding team, same thing as we transition out of new logo sales and into the AM onboarding teams, taking that same sense of selling and doing what in onboarding, it's almost fill in the blank as an active service, blank AAS, onboarding as an active service, viewing account management as an active service is going to have a much higher impact for the team, for the client. And the reason why, the theme here as we go into this for both the AM and for the onboarding team, when we're taking an active service and there's that extra focus on getting the client successful, we're going to make sure that those first use cases, number one, that they are attached to deep business impacting use cases inside the client. And we're going to make sure that they rock, that go in deeply, that go in well, and they drive impact immediately because basically, the rally cry at Span the Chasm is focus on what matters. It's very much a focus on what matters moment. If we can get that first business impacting use cases baked in very well so the client sees that we are on board with helping them be successful with this journey, I can almost go in after 90 days and do an account. I can tell you with a pretty high degree of certainty, 90% certainty, whether or not you're going to get that renewal. Rocking that first business case, making it, go super well, that huge impact. Those first 90 days matter, focus on what matters. So why these things matter for, I want to split this out for the two teams that we're dealing with here today. Number one is the account management team. A couple of reasons why this matters for you to take this approach as you're going into, again, doing account management as an active service. Number one, first and foremost, it's critical for you is by taking that mindset, you're going to improve your chance of the renewal. And that's number one, the thing you got to get done is I've got to lock down the renewal. And by using their goals and their, serving them as your North Star as you go through this process, it's really going to reduce friction because it creates less of an us versus them mentality. And it's very much of an us mentality. So a lot of the friction will come out of that process. It'll help you gain clarity as to what really matters. And as we talked about too, in that first use case, really nailing that. In the SaaS world, it's great. There are a lot of great things about it. One of the downsides is it's often easy to just extract someone, swap out a new platform. Well, if we do a great job by taking this active service mentality on those first use cases, really nailing them, crushing business impact, it's going to make the extraction process much more difficult. So increased chance of renewal, reduce friction, and reduce the ease of extractability, almost creating a sense of stickiness for them, which is critical. For the onboarding teams, I think there's a couple of things. Number one, by taking, having that lens of selling, onboarding as an active service, and I've seen this happen, it makes the onboarding process more effective because we're looking at it through the lens of their eyes, not like a checklist on our side. Okay, we need to get these 5 systems done and we need to ask them these 10 questions and do check. That's great to get that checklist done, but when we do this as an active service and we really are making sure they get it, it actually is going to reduce the burden, for us later for the calls. If you have a 4-call onboarding plan that has certain deliverables between each one, call 5, call 6, and call 7, those are unbudgeted for. Those are very, very expensive. By doing a great job of doing onboarding as an active service and bringing that heart to those first 4 onboarding calls, you're going to minimize the chance that those 5, 6, and 7 are going to happen. So it's going to be tremendous benefit for you. So again, looking at this from the real business, for the client, if they've got you doing this, taking that mindset, their benefit is you're going to get better first use cases, better business impact, less time spent on onboarding. Those are all fantastic. And that's going to be a better experience for them, which just customer experience matters. But for you, a couple of things to think about that'll really impact you. So for the AM, if you're in a SaaS, I want to talk about this from a SaaS standpoint and from a professional services organization standpoint. If you're in a SaaS world and you do a better job with the AM and with the onboarding process, a couple of benefits for you that are going to just happen. Improved ARR. You are going to get better renewals at a higher renewal rate and a higher renewal dollar. Your ARR is going to look better. That is just true. NRR, the new stuff, cross-sell, upsell, is going to be in a better spot too, because by killing the first use cases, you're going to be in a better spot to be able to get those other use cases made available to you as well. Cross-sell, upsell, your NRR is going to go higher. And if you're an organization that measures Net Promoter Score, if you know what that is, you know how important it is, and it's a great way to just educate the market on the viability of your story and how it gets implemented. It's a raw score. It's a great way to really improve your Net Promoter Score, which makes selling and supporting a whole lot easier. For us, it's Span the Chasm. We talk about selling as an active service and what we do, coaching as an active service, et cetera, blah, blah, blah. By bringing that into the marketplace, for example, our Net Promoter Score is right around 96, 97 right now, which is pretty outstanding. And that's built on the fact that we view what we do as an active service. If we're not doing a good job, we fire ourselves. All that kind of stuff comes into play because it's our customers' goals. It allows us to do a better job of that and has a huge impact. Talk about that from a professional services organization, which is what we are. What do we see happening, or what do I see with our clients happening when we approach this as what we do as an active service? We get you see extended statements of work. It becomes a 24-month deal instead of a 12-month deal. And we see increased scope. They'll ask us to put more things in there. Hey, while you guys are doing this, what if we did X, Y, and Z? And the beauty too, again, somewhat self-serving, is a lot less competition for future work. If we are in there maniacally focused as a professional sales services organization, maniacally focused on our customers' goals, the competitive marketplace is going to be lower. We're going to get better dollar for our transactions. And as long as the client truly feels that you as a PSO are maniacally focused on their goals, they're not going to mind paying a little bit extra. They'll be glad to, because you are driving the results that they seek. So by being truly focusing on their long-term success, you meet your goals much more effectively as well. It's one of these things, it's like not intuitively obvious. It's kind of like with golf. If you don't want to hit the ball far, don't swing as hard. Swing, more effectively and accelerate through the impact zone. Don't just go at it like maybe John Daly might, but swing more effectively. Same kind of a thing. Selling as an active service is going to increase your goal attainment. Next week, we're going to talk about, as we continue this series, sales rep satisfaction and impact. Why this makes sense as a sales rep for your psyche, and what that's going to do for you going forward, your overall performance. Feel free to get in touch with us. Right up here is everything you need to know.